segment innings show. Delhi in the first innings have got to 228 for 4. Shreyas Iyer ending up at 88, and what a fabulous innings. Truly a captain's knock from Shreyas Iyer. It was brilliant to watch the way he was hitting the ball. Clean hitting, 88 of 38, 6 huge maximums and 7 boundaries to his name. Apart from that, a good cameo from Rishabh Pant, 38 of 17, and Prithvi Shaw again doing really well today. Apart from that, none of the batsmen really kicked on, but in the end, they have got to 228 for 4, and it's absolutely a huge total, I think. But you cannot count out Kolkata at the moment. 228 can be chased down because the kind of hitters they have in their side. Nitish Rana is there. Sunil Narayan will come out at the top. Even Shubman Gill can hit a long ball. Andre Russell is there, of course. They'll need to send him up the order today. And apart from that, of course, there is Owen Morgan. And the pitch is a belter of a wicket to bat on. It's absolutely like a glass. Uh, the ball comes onto the bat beautifully, and I think it'll be great to watch how actually Kolkata turn up and try to chase this down. They'll have to go from ball one, and it will be an interesting chase. We'll be waiting for that. But before that, let's discuss the first innings. And to start that off, let's talk about the best tweets of first innings. First of all, the first tweet is coming from Vishal underscore tweet. He says, seems like Yorker is the only option to bowl in this ground for fast bowlers. Such a belter this pitch is, and the ground dimensions too in favor of the batsmen. Absolutely spot on, I think. The conditions, the dimensions, the pitch are all in favor of the batsmen, and it was a graveyard for the bowlers to say the least. And we've saw that in all the matches. 200 plus has been achieved easily in this ground. And you're absolutely right. I think Yorker is the only option because it's always tough to get under a Yorker. Even if you are on the fuller side, a low full toss is also difficult to hit. Though the margins are really small in this game, but you have to try your luck bowling the Yorkers, of course. And if you go length ball, if you go in the slot, you will be going out of the park. Too many balls lost today. Not a good sign, but of course, Delhi getting to 228, and we saw some huge hits today. Yorker has not been tried that often, and the bowlers have been culpable of not resorting to the Yorker enough, and I think that's spot on. Vishal, you got it right. Yorker is the only defense, the only weapon for the bowlers in such a stadium, in such a stadium with such short dimensions and a belter of a wicket. Let's move on to the second tweet. Makhdoom Amir is tweeting. I think there should be something for the bowler at least. If boundaries are short, then leave some grass on the pitch. So it will be a good contest between ball and bat. You mixed up some spellings there, but we understood what you wanted to say. Leaving grass on the pitch, I think the groundsmen are not doing that because it might just make it better, even better for batting. Right now, it's an absolute belter, and the batsmen are having a merry time on the pitch, hitting sixes easily and hitting sixes and boundaries easily. But what will happen when grass is left on the pitch? It might become even better for batting because right now it is crumbling a little, and you might see some turn for the bowlers, for the spinners in the second innings. But if you leave some grass on the pitch, it will come definitely. It will definitely come onto the bat even more because there is no swing available because of the conditions. So Mahmood Amir, you might want to rethink your statement again. But I think a good point. Absolutely nothing for the bowlers on this pitch. An absolute graveyard, to be honest. Then let's move on to the scorecard, of course. Delhi 228 4, as I mentioned before. Prithvi Shaw, a really fluent innings. Prithvi Shaw, always a good player to watch when he gets going. 66 of 41, 4 fours and 4 huge maximums. Shikhar Dhawan started well, but again got out prematurely, couldn't convert his innings into a big one. Uh, 2 fours and 2 sixes. Shreyas Iyer, the star of the show, 88 of 38, 7 fours and 6 huge maximums. And we saw these weren't short sixes; they were huge, towering sixes from Shreyas Iyer. And finally, the captain also getting into form, brilliant to watch. Then Rishabh Pant, a cameo as I mentioned before, 38 of 17, 5 fours and 1 6. Ideally, he would have wanted to do better because it would have been a hunting ground for him. Perfect conditions, short boundaries, belter of a wicket, easy wicket to bat on. But still, got out at 38 of 17 with 5 boundaries. He would have wanted to hit more huge sixes, and as you could see from his face, he was really cursing himself. He was really disappointed after he got out. Wanted to carry on, should have wanted to carry on till at least the last over. Marcus Stoinis, not a great day out in the field for him, just getting 1 of 3, getting out in the most unluckiest of fashions, handing out an easy catch of a wide ball to short fine leg. Shimron Hetmeyer hit a 6 of his second ball, but could not do much after that. Just around that 6 didn't trouble the scorers much. And after 20 overs, Delhi ended up at 228 for 4. Not the greatest of bowling cards for Kolkata, and you expect it on this ground, of course, Sharjah. Pat Cummins, 4 overs, 49, an absolute drubbing, an absolute hammering for him. He'll want to forget this bowling card as soon as possible. Shivam Mavi again, the other seamer, going for runs, 3 overs, 40. Varun Chakravarti, 4 overs, 49. So the first three bowlers going over 12 runs and over. Pat Cummins, 12.125. Shivam Mavi, 13.3. Varun Chakravarti, economy rate of 12.125. So an absolute hammering for the top three. Sunil Narayan just bowled a couple of overs. He too went at 13 runs per over, giving away 26 in his 2 overs. Andre Russell was the bowler who was able to stem the flow of runs, giving away just 29 runs. And to be honest, he's done a phenomenal job on this pitch to contain the batsman to just 29 runs and also keep picking up 2 wickets along the way. So Andre Russell, he always performs with the bat. He's always a grave threat for the other team with bat in hand, but this time he did it with the bat in hand also. Kamlesh Nagarkoti, 3 overs 35, 1 wicket. So if you see closely, uh, 4 bowlers going for to more than 12 runs per over. Kamlesh Nagarkoti just under 12 runs per over. Andre Russell really the only positive aspect of Kolkata's bowling lineup to look at. Apart from that, it might not be such an easy chase for Kolkata. It won't be that tough, also considering the pitch and the conditions as well. One thing they'll have to do is they'll have to go from the start. Shubman Gill will have to take some risks, not necessarily go all out, try to play out of his skin. That's what he doesn't have to do. He just has to play natural cricket, his natural game. He can hit the ball a long way. He can hit the long ball, and even if he gets those boundaries in the first power play, I think it will be a good match to watch. We are in with the match. We're in with the game, and I think Shubman Gill and Sunil Narayan will again open for Kolkata. Sunil Narayan, there were question marks whether he will open for Kolkata or not after some poor performances, but I think they will go forward with him again, considering the ground again, Sharjah. It's such a weird ground to play at. When you play at Abu Dhabi and Dubai, you see the boundaries are so long. You get holed out on the boundary. You're struggling to get sixes, but here it's an absolute merry occasion for you. You just keep hitting sixes. You just keep hitting them out of the ground. And again, as I talk about Shubman Gill, it will be brilliant. It will be good to watch. Interesting to watch how he paces his innings today, because it's not 150, 160 on the board where he can take his time, where he can get himself settled in, get his eye in. It's 229 that you're chasing. So he'll want to keep that in mind. And keeping that in mind, he'll want to go. He won't want to go all guns blazing from the start, but at least he'll want to keep his strike rate on the higher side if Kolkata have to be in with a chance. Nitish Rana will have an important role to play. Owen Morgan will have an important role to play, and of course, Russell Mania, Andre Russell will have a definite role to play in today's match. If a large amount of runs are required in the last few overs, Andre Russell can do it for them, and it'll be great to watch how Andre Russell turns up today. If we talk about the Delhi bowling, they have a good armory, they have a good pace battery in the form of Anrik Noche and Tagiso Rabada. They have brilliant spinners in the form of Akshar Patel and Ravi Ashwin, of course. So it'll be interesting to see how they operate, how the spinners operate, how the pacers operate. Tough ground to bowl at. You'll want to nail your Yorkers. You would want to ideally take pace off the ball if you're looking to bowl short of a length, regardless of taking pace off the ball or pace being on the ball. If you bowl in the slot, you'll be going out of the park. But if you decide to bowl short of a length, you need to take pace off the ball, and that will be interesting to watch. The players are almost out in the middle. The match is about to begin. Second innings, 229 for Kolkata. What do you think? Will they be able to chase it down, or will Delhi be able to defend this score? And can they keep their confidence running? Can they keep their campaign running? It's been a lot of wins now for Delhi. They're looking really good this season. And can they keep it going, or will Kolkata be able to triumph today? Will they be able to chase this gigantic total on the board? 229 is the score. Let's see if they can chase it down. Going straight to live action, this is Yuvraj Dua signing off from the mid innings. I'll come back, of course, after the match discussing the game with you. Till then, stay tuned in and watch the second innings.